Hello and welcome back to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast. In this series, Crystals and Subtle Energy of Life, we explore subtle energy, crystals and how they interact with your personal field. Today, we will focus on crystals for emotional resonance, how stones can support your heart, release emotional blocks, and help you connect more deeply with your feelings. So what is emotional resonance? Emotional resonance refers to the vibratory harmony between your emotions and the energy around you, including your own aura. When your emotions are in balance, you feel lighter, calmer, and more present. Decisions feel easier. Relationships flow more naturally. When your emotions are out of resonance, you may feel anxious, frustrated, or stuck. Repeated patterns or triggers show up. Energy feels heavy or constricted. Crystals can help by aligning your emotional energy, amplifying positive frequencies, and smoothing out any turbulence within your auric field. So here is a suggestion of some crystals that are able to help and support emotional resonance. Rose quartz. Rose quartz offers a mother's love. It's nurturing, it's compassionate, and it fosters a deeper love of self. It helps you nurture projects, it helps you nurture other people, and it helps you really deeply connect with the nurturing energy within you. Rhodonite. Rhodonite is an emotional healer. It's very good for anybody who has had heart trauma. Not just physical heart trauma, but emotional heart trauma. And it helps find forgiveness. It helps foster patience. It's a wonderful stone to remove any hurts that may have got stored in your heart. Lepidolite. Lepidolite is very, very calming. It's a stress relief, and it helps you accept. Now, sometimes when something really awful has happened to you, it's very difficult for us to accept the loss of a child or the loss of a job, or accept that life is treating you the way it is, accept that your life has taken the turn that it has. Anything that you are resisting, Lepidolite helps you accept, stabilizes your emotional energy, and helps you then get into a place where you're able to move forward. Amethyst. Amethyst is more of a mental energy, and when you get mental clarity, your emotional stress reduces because you have a more solid mindset, and then you don't have the inner turbulence linked to a mind that is, well, the Chinese call it the monkey mind, where this could happen, that could happen. So amethyst stabilizes the mind and it reduces stress. It's a purifier as well. So if you have thoughts that tend to be on the negative side, like I've only got half a glass of water, it will help change it to, well, at least I've got half a glass of water, and see your world and your life through eyes that will bring positivity instead of negativity. Citrine is another crystal I would recommend because it brings joy into your life. It brings optimism, and it has a very, very nice uplifted feeling with it. Green Aventurine. Now, green Aventurine, in my opinion, is for emotional growth. So if you tend to be a victim of your emotions, in other words, when you're angry, you just react to the anger. If you're jealous, you react to the jealousy. Whatever's going on inside of you, if you are a victim of your own emotional status, then green Aventurine helps you grow. It helps you recognize the feeling within you and overcome it or elevate from it so that you are not reacting from that point of emotional frequency. It comforts you, and it is a heart healing stone. Of course, most crystals will offer emotional support in their own unique way. But to learn which crystals are comforters and which are correctors, which help you nurture and which will motivate you, which will aid release of control and which will aid you take control, will help you become more empowered and help you find the alignment back to center quicker. Of course, you also need to know yourself, acknowledge your inner needs, acknowledge your strengths and your weaknesses to find the central point of your being and align wholly with the now, allowing every sensation in your body to happen, totally accepting life for what it is offering you. Because resistance creates persistence. When you resist something from happening emotionally, then it stays with you. Detachment from all mindsets and emotions, just being in resonance and awareness with whatever is happening for you in the now, will help you stabilize your emotional world. So how do crystals work doing this? Crystals interact with the emotional layer of your aura and the neurological aspect of your physical body. They each emit a unique resonance that encourages the body to match. Similar to tuning forks that align to the same frequency, when only one tuning fork is activated, another tuning fork of the same frequency will begin to vibrate at the same time and find the resonance with the tuning fork. So the crystals emit a stable frequency that the mind, the body, and the emotions come into resonance with. They each resonate with specific frequencies to balance moods. Each crystal has its own unique frequency and place in the colour spectrum, much like notes on an instrument do too. They can absorb stagnant energy and replace it with a coherent vibration. Dark coloured crystals have the ability to absorb excess energy and reduce tension, but use the opposite colour in the spectrum to make sure that you find balance. So you would use black crystals and then white, red and then green, orange and then blue, yellow and purple to make sure you've got an even distribution of the energy and you're not overloading yourself with just one colour or taking out too much energy and leaving yourself depleted. Did you know that turquoise has been known to shatter from excess energy, creating a wonderful protection from any harmful sources of energy to the wearer? Choose a crystal intuitively. Your energy will often call to the stone you need the most. In other words, when you look at a crystal, you're like, I really like that. And that is telling you that that crystal is for you. And sometimes we can look at a crystal and say, I really don't like that. And that may be that you're resisting something. So there's always something to learn, even when just choosing the crystal. So how to use crystals for emotional resonance? You can carry or wear the crystals in a pocket. You can use jewelry or put them in a pouch. This provides ongoing emotional support throughout the day. If you have a crystal in a purse or a bag, it's not in your energy field, so will not have the desired effect. So if you have a crystal in your purse for abundance and your purse is located in a locker somewhere and you're in an office somewhere, then the energy that is being emitted by the crystal is in the purse, not in your auric field. So it would be far more advantageous to wear or carry the crystal on your person to make sure it interacts with your auric field. Wear or carry crystals for a short period of time and set a measurable outcome before you start. So after a few days, you can monitor the effect. Cleanse the crystals regularly to avoid impregnating low vibrations in them. If you have an emotional release, be discerning as to whether you wish to continue or allow your body to integrate the energy and have time off before starting again with the crystal. Always cleanse a crystal after an emotional release. Crystal meditation is another way that you can incorporate the crystals for emotional resonance. Sit comfortably, hold a crystal over your heart or part of the body where there is an imbalance. So if you have pain in your knee, hold the crystal over the pain in your knee. The pain will be linked to a thought pattern and an emotion that has got trapped within your body. by holding the crystal over the area that is calling you. The pain is drawing your attention. That is what we call calling you. Then you have the resonance of the crystal directly over the area of imbalance, and just sit quietly and allow yourself to find mental resonance, peace and harmony in the area as the crystal starts to absorb that frequency and adjust it to a more balanced resonance for you. Use your intuition to decide where to place the crystal by listening to the sensations of your body. When you choose a crystal, ask your body, where would I like to place this? If you are working on an emotion and you cannot sense a body part, then place the crystal on your heart. If it's a mind project, i.e. that you're changing thought patterns or mindsets, then maybe consider placing the crystal on your third eye. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize emotional tension dissolving into the stone. Sleeping with crystals. You can place supportive stones under your pillow or bedside. Now it's important to remember that red, orange and yellow crystals are energizers. So if you place a red, orange or yellow crystal underneath your pillow when you go to sleep, you may find it difficult to fall asleep because the crystals are energizing you. So perhaps in the beginning, start working with blues, greens and purples because they will help relax the mind, relax your body and help you sleep more deeply. Set an intention before you go to sleep and ask the mineral kingdom to help. Whatever way will bring balance and harmony into your life, you just have to be observant of how you feel and interact in the world the following day. All this with the sleep states will promote emotional processing during the night and calm your mind, helping you have a more restful sleep so that you can process any emotions that you have experienced during the day and clear any emotional residue within your auric field and body. It's always a good idea to journal your crystal journey. And one way you can do this is hold a crystal while writing about feelings or challenges in your life and just see what naturally starts to come to your mind and what starts to come out when you're writing. Because holding crystals will enhance clarity and emotional insight. Another way you can work with crystals, especially for the emotions, is having crystal baths. Now this is my guilty pleasure. I love having crystal baths. Add safe to use crystals like rose quartz or amethyst or quartz crystal. They're all really good. Just be careful that you don't put any crystals in the water that may be toxic or have poison inside like cinnabar. Just check your crystal to make sure it's safe to put it in water. I know you're not drinking it, but you still don't want to bathe in it if it's toxic. But you're fine with rose quartz, amethyst or clear quartz. And put them in the bath as the water is running so that you infuse their energy into the bath, and just ask the energy of the crystals to infuse into the water and maybe visualize the energy, the light going into the water as the bath is filling. And then take your crystals out and place them around the side of the bath. Gently get into the water. Maybe set an intention to release any emotional blockages. I know sometimes I've gone into these baths and found that I've cried my eyes out, realizing that there was a deep emotional block within me, but I'd created one of these wonderful baths and get out feeling not only cleaner physically, but also cleaner emotionally. I love taking crystalline baths. They're amazing. Have some nice music playing as well. Maybe choose some music that's going to help the heart resonance. Recognizing the impact of the crystals. So you may notice subtle changes over time the more you interact with crystals, and don't overdo it because you can overdo working with crystals and try to clear your toxicity too quickly, which may give you headaches and make you feel lousy. But to recognize the productive changes, you may start feeling lighter and calmer, emotional patterns becoming easier to manage. You may find an increased compassion for yourself and for others, and a heightened awareness of emotional triggers. Now, when you notice all this, this enables you to make better choices in life and make choices aligned with your higher aspect. However, please remember that crystals support the process, but self-reflection and emotional awareness are equally important, because if you recognize that you're angry and you choose to withdraw from a situation that may normally have triggered you to react from the anger, and go and process what the anger is saying to you, what it's brought up for you, and allow yourself time to sit with the anger to understand its place within your auric field, and then respond from that point when you've digested whatever is happening within you. And like I say, it empowers you, because then you don't feel really bad because you've exploded at somebody or got really upset with somebody and you've been a victim of your emotions. It helps you to recognize what the spiritual lesson behind the emotion is, so that you can process it and be more in control of yourself. You also need to have an openness to new mindsets, and emotional exchanges is important for the process too. So here's a daily practice for emotional resonance. Simply hold a crystal each morning and set an intention. I invite emotional balance and clarity. Carry the crystal with you. Check in with yourself at times during the day and assess. Don't expect or judge, just observe. Keep it light. Don't be serious with it. Take notice of emotional status, breathe, and adjust accordingly. At the end of the day, maybe do a short meditation using the crystal over your heart, and you may find that if you do this on a consistent daily or weekly, whichever you feel is right for you, then it will strengthen your emotional alignment and enhance the crystal impact within you. Okay, so let's take a moment to do a guided heart connection. Sit comfortably holding your rose quartz or your chosen crystal over your heart and close your eyes. Take some nice, slow, long, deep breaths in and feel the energy flow from the crystal into your heart space. Visualize any heavy or stuck emotions just dissolving and replaced by the calm, warmth and clarity that the crystal is emitting. Stay here for 2 or 3 minutes and simply observe the shift in your energy. You may want to pause the podcast at this moment to allow yourself to sit with it, or you may want to just do it after the podcast. So in conclusion now, crystals for emotional resonance are tools to support your heart and emotional well-being. By consciously working with them, you can create a release of emotional blocks, amplify positive feelings, and connect more deeply with yourself. So stay tuned for the next discussion in our series of crystals and subtle energy of life, where we'll explore the science of crystal frequencies and how vibrations influence energy. Thank you for listening to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast, and please share this episode or leave a review to help more people discover the subtle energy and crystals. So until next time, stay open, stay balanced, and let your heart resonate freely.